Capricorn, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what we got for the lovely Capricorns. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we got. Talk to me, my guys. What's going on with the Cappies? Yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. Let's get this first card out here, shall we? And while we do, I just want to let everybody know this is my birthday weekend, so happy birthday to me, right? Just like everybody to know that, but let's keep it moving. We're not going to make a big deal out of it. I made a community post already, but we have this beautiful spirituality here, my friends. This does remind me of the Hierophant in some ways, and we're going to have to talk about this. There's a lot of layers here, a lot of energetic depth as well. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. Very interesting imagery. You see this person, they're blindfolded. There's all these various symbols of spirituality and even religion, organized religion. So to me, this does speak of the unseen world, the energetic world. A lot of you could be exploring your own spirituality, spiritual topics. I mean, this is a very spiritual weekend we're in right now at the time of this filming, being Easter Sunday. But to me, there could also be a little air of mystery with this. Maybe some of you are dealing with certain things where there's mystery, unexpected surprise. We'll see if it shows up in the tarot reading. But to me, there is a lot of energetic depth to this card. So a lot of you could be very susceptible to feeling the energy of others. It could be affecting you big time in this coming few days and weeks. We're just going to put this down here. For a portion of you, that could just be indicating a Taurus that you're connected to, but let's move into tarot. As I always say, that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff flowing. Let's get a good shuffle here for my lovely Capricorns. Early to mid-April, my gods, talk to me. So, last week's reading, my friends, it was titled An Emotional Eruption. And I saw a lot of water energy in last week's reading, and I kept getting this vibe of just energy and emotion bubbling up, and it kind of fits in with what we're seeing already. There could be a little bleed over in regards to that. But you know, energy is always moving. It's never set in stone. So only take this reading how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. Let's get these first 3 cards out. See what we got for Capricorn. And there has been this little energetic volatility for like the past few weeks. So hopefully nothing's been going too crazy for you, my friends. Okay, we do have the 10 of Wands in position number 1. This could be somebody carrying a bit of a burden. This is also physical health and well-being being on the table, being highlighted with that 10 of Wands. We'll talk more about it because it could be a lot of things. Fire showing up as well. Let's get 2 more for Capricorn. Okay. All right, even more fire. We have the 5 of Wands. This could be a little conflicted. It could be determination. Yeah, we're going to have a lot to break down here, my friends. But remember, this could just be someone you're linked to, but this fiery energy, this eruptive energy is still showing up. Yeah, all wands, all fire. Very, very hot. We have the 8 of Wands right here on the back end. So Capricorn, we're going to have to talk about this. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicy, intuitive stuff going. So at first glance, when we look down here in the box, like I said, elementally, we're looking at all fire here. Wands, wands, wands. Now in tarot, fire, the element of fire, could be very, very good, but there could also be challenges involved with that. On the good sense, it could represent your motivation, your vitality, your get up and go. There's a lot of push. There's a lot of action when we have fire energy. But it could also be volatile. It could be conflict-based. It could be temperamental. So we'll just have to see how this plays out because we have a mixed bag happening. Position number 1, the 10 of Wands. You see this person, they're carrying that huge bundle of sticks. To me, this can be burdensome. So a lot of you might be a little zapped, a little energetically zapped, a little tired. Even though we have a lot of fire, this is someone with a lot of weight on their shoulders. The good aspect of this card is it could represent somebody with tons of determination. Regardless of how rough and rugged the road is, they're going to keep pushing. Regardless of how tough it is and the challenges, they're going to keep walking up that hill. But this can also swing the other way. It could be somebody with physical problems, physical health issues. This could be mental or even emotional health issues here. There's a big burden. In its roughest case, this could be somebody that has feelings of guilt or regret. So we want to see what's up with this. But it could just be a warning about one's physical health. So make sure you're taking care of yourself, make sure you're getting proper rest and relaxation, all that good stuff. Now, as we press on in the reading, we have the Five of Wands right next to it. Pardon me. When I see the Five of Wands, if I could ever get this card back where it's supposed to be, this card, you see the people. They're literally beating the hell out of each other with sticks. So you get what I mean. This could be conflict. This could be people butting heads. This could be roadblocks, road bumps. But once again, this is a card of determination, right? Continuing on, regardless of how many tests, regardless of how many things you have to go through. There's a lot of determination right here up front. So a lot of you could be going through certain tests in this time, whether it's tests from spirit, other people you're linked to. It's for you to discern. Now, the good side of this card, aside from determination, it could be playful, like roughhousing. So this could be someone that's a bit of a joker, practical jokes even. Like, I know not a lot of readers link this to practical jokes. I do, though. You know, but we'll just have to see when we clarify it. I really want to clarify these two in specific because it could go either way. Now, moving to the very back end, we have a very intriguing energy because we're ending with a bang. We're ending with a lot of movement, speed, and action. We have the Eight of Wands. One of my favorite cards, and the imagery of this card, you see the eight wands, or I like to call them arrows, just cutting through the sky. So we could think of action, we could think of speed, we could think of momentum. This is a big card of communication, conversation, especially next to another fire card like the Five of Wands. Could be very fiery. I know I was seeing that a few weeks ago for you as well, an explosive talk a couple of weeks ago. We're still seeing this overflow here. So someone could be very much amped up when we have all this energy, or this could be big actions happening, big actions coming in or change. So we really want to see what's up with this. It could be someone that wants to talk to you. Hopefully this isn't an argument here. Okay, because the way it's looking like, yeah, maybe there is an uncomfortable talk or conversation that needs to be had. Let's dive deeper on all of it, though. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's give one more good shuffle here just to mix it up. What do we got for my Capricorns, please, my gods? Talk to me. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Ten of Wands. And yes, my friends, as always, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages from this spread that you want to give to Capricorn, you could drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Ten of Wands time. Where's that Ten of Wands here? Just going to breeze on through. Thank you. Yeah, there is, and I'm not saying this is all the Capricorns. There could be somebody you're linked to that is having some sort of regrets here with the Seven of Swords. Like, I'm getting the intuitive vibe of someone saying, you know, that could have been handled better. Maybe there's something that has happened in the past that you feel like you could have handled better or thought about it better. There is a little bit of regret here. Or, for a portion of you, because we have the Seven of Swords on the bottom, we have fire and air happening. This is one of my cards of like stinkiness, like somebody doing things in the shadows, the unseen. So we do have this little air of surprising and unexpected happening already, especially with that first Oracle card. But the fact that it's in reverse could be somebody's actions being revealed, right? A piece of information could have come to light that is just very heavy, okay? Or a situation could have come to light that is just very heavy. And I'm getting a little harshness here, Capricorn. So if this isn't you feeling like you could have handled something better, this could absolutely be someone you're linked to, like regretful about what they've done in some sort of way. Let's keep pushing, okay? Or if neither of those, this could just be information coming to light and it's like a lot to process. So let's see what's going on here with that Five of Wands. Let's keep it moving. So why is that Five of Wands here for my Capricorns? Thank you. Oh, all right. We have Lady Justice here under this Five of Wands. Okay, watch out for vengeance here. This could be somebody feeling like very grudgy or wanting some sort of vengeance. They feel like they may have been done wrong in some sort of way. Like, no, I'm not going to take that laying down. I'm not going to let you slide with that one. That's kind of like a vibe I'm catching here, so just beware of that. Lady Justice, you might be having some conflict with a Libra here when we have this energy. When I see Justice in the upright, it is very karmic. So there could be a little warning, like Spirit could be throwing a warning out to the Capricorn collective saying, like, listen, karma is in play. People reap what they sow. If somebody has done you wrong or stepped on your toes or whatever it might be, this could be Spirit saying, like, karma will get the last laugh. Like, somebody's going to catch a dose here, especially if this person's a confrontational person, always trying to start fights and instigate things. Eventually, they're going to instigate with the wrong one, or they're going to betray the wrong one, or like, this is a big karmic warning right here in the center. But I would also caution against any sort of grudges or retribution in this time. Like, you don't be the tool of justice and retribution, because I'm seeing grudge here. This could also tell me that somebody is feeling angry, mad, upset, right? That's especially with what we have right here in the front end too. Like, these could be two people in different modes. Let's go on the Eight of Wands, because this is a little volatile, and I want to say this: air, air. So we have fire, we have air. That volatile energy is still lingering, Capricorn. Let's see what's up with that Eight of Wands. See what this action is about. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is that Eight of Wands here? And these are all energies I've been seeing for you in recent weeks. It's like so bizarre. It's like little pieces from the last few weeks are all showing up here. So maybe something is going to culminate in some sort of way. Okay, we have the Magician underneath this Eight of Wands. Yeah. Just know that your powers of creation in this time, like what you really focus on, could really come to fruition. Okay, if there is like an outcome that you're really wanting, if there is anything that you're putting a lot of your focus and your energy into, this is Spirit telling me that your manifestations absolutely come in quicker than you think, whether that's for good or the other way, like we were seeing here. The Magician can be about control. So some of you could really be trying to harness in a situation, harness in an issue, because with what we're seeing here, all the things I was speaking about, you could be going through various serious issues and situations, but I get someone possibly trying to take control of it. But we also have this little dash of a positive message of manifesting coming in, changing it up, switching it up. So a lot of you might have more control over a situation than you think, even if it feels like you don't, when we have this Magician under here. For a very small portion of you, you might be trying to manifest a talk or a conversation, specifically if you haven't talked to someone in a while. Only take that if it hits, but that could be a message here with this Magician. Let's go through and do a quick little recap, because I was getting a lot of messages. Usually the Capricorn messages just come through very straightforward. It was nuanced this week, but let's just move through before we get into the shadow card. In position number one, if you kindly look in the box, we have the Ten of Wands with the Seven of Swords in reverse. This does feel like somebody feeling some sort of regret, or that they could have handled something a little different. Like, wow, why didn't I see it? Why didn't I handle it this way? Like looking back with 2020 vision type of energy. But yeah, there's like this little feeling of guilt as well tied in here. So someone might feel bad. But when we move to the center, this is where all that like downtrodden energy starts to turn a little angry. We have the Five of Wands with the Justice. With all this fire, air, and all this stuff happening here, this could be serious situations and issues happening. Watch out for any sort of, somebody wanting like justice or somebody wanting retribution. This feels possibly a little grudgy. But a big thing I needed to say is that the karmic energy is still in play that we saw a few weeks ago. So this could be Spirit saying, like, listen, let karma take care of it. Like, you don't get involved with it. Let karma do its work. Moving to the very back end, we have the Eight of Wands with the Magician in the upright. Knowing that your manifestation powers are extra heightened right now could be very important, so watch your thought process. But a lot of you could be trying to get a grip or get a handle on a situation or an issue, like really try to control it, rein it in. And I would say you have more control than you think you do. So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. I mean, I'm possibly feeling, the upset, someone being mad or angry, but I really think you could get a lid on whatever it is you're going through, okay? Whether it's work-related, romance, you know the deal better than me. Let's see what's in the shadows. You might be very fired up in the coming days and weeks. I'll just say that. Let's see what's in the shadows here for Capricorn. Thank you. Yeah, here's the Five of Wands showing up again doubled, which is super interesting here. Now, the shadow side is confrontational when we see the Five of Wands, okay? This is, you know, I already explained it in depth, but when we look at a card in the shadow side, we have to look at different angles of it, right? Because this could be something within. You might be emotionally conflicted in this time, feeling very back and forth, hot and cold about things when we have the Five of Wands in the shadows. But once again, this could be somebody being angry. This could be somebody feeling like I'm gonna make them pay for what they've done. Like that vengeance, that fire energy is something to watch out for. So just know in the coming days and weeks, please watch your temper. You might just be a little more volatile than usual. I know tons of Capricorns in my regular day-to-day life. They're usually pretty calm, collected individuals, but everyone has limits, right? So I'll just leave it there, Capricorn. That's what I have for you this week. Just watch out for conflict. And yeah, please don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the fire air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you next time.